Dan Astoki. I'm the founder of Mediloq, and we're currently raising on the Ignite site, where after this pitch, you can go to invest in the company. Just as an overview, what my company is trying to do is address the plastic pollution problem by bringing back the reuse model for consumer packaging. We want to bring back the Coke bottle model to replace plastic, starting with child-safe packaging, because that's the business we're already in and have IP in, and then eventually expanding to other types of plastic packaging. So how did we get here? We started out in 2017 manufacturing ruggedized high-end child-safe containers. They're made from aluminum or from a high-strength nylon, and most of our revenue comes from our cannabis brand, Mediloq. And we also started rebranding for the coffee market and the outdoors market, where we're now seeing huge potential. That's how we're currently operating. We are now trying to pivot to a sustainability business. And this happened because back in 2019, I was in Hawaii, and on the beach were all these little bits of colored plastic mixed in with the sand. And what I found was that for years, plastic had been washing in from the ocean. And I said to myself, maybe there's something I can do about this. Then when I returned to Colorado, there was a front page article saying that Boulder County was looking to ban all single-use plastics. We already have to pay 10 cents for plastic grocery bags, but they wanted to expand the ban to other items. So I thought, okay, child-safe containers are made out of plastic, and we're already making a version that's durable and reusable. So if we could market our containers as a reusable alternative, people would be encouraged to buy our product, and we would be having a global impact. So I started researching how big was the plastic problem, and could you build a business around it? And here's what I found. Plastic pollution is a huge problem. Already, over 60 countries have laws in place that ban single-use plastic products. And here in the US, California just passed a law a couple of weeks ago to phase out single-use plastics. And it's not just a litter problem. Every year, 1.7 gigatons of greenhouse gases are produced by plastics. And emissions from plastics will reach 17% of the global carbon budget by 2050. So plastic pollution is a big problem, and there is a call for companies to come up with solutions. But what about child-safe containers? Are they part of the problem? It turns out that every year, 1.4 billion pounds of plastic child-safe containers are produced and discarded. And because they're small and colored, even though you might put them in the recycling, they're not really being recycled. So number one, plastic pollution is a big problem. Number two, people are looking for ways to solve the problem. Number three, we have a solution. And number four, there's huge business potential. How big is the potential? The global market for plastic child-safe containers is $19.3 billion. So even if we can get a tiny slice of that, it's huge. And we know of no other companies trying to do the same thing. So before the pandemic, our first try at this was to have dispensaries sell our containers as returnable, refillable child-safe containers. Kind of like reusable fabric grocery bags. And then the pandemic hit, and they stopped refilling containers until we could come up with a way to pick up and clean the empties before refilling. And we started hearing from cannabis manufacturing saying that they would buy tens of thousands of containers a month if we had a pickup and clean service. So we had to come up with a new business model. And this is what we've come up with. It's the Coke bottle model. We make durable, reusable child-safe containers, sell them to companies like over-the-counter pharma, supplement, and cannabis brands. The companies fill the reusable containers with their product, put them on retailer shelves, and then when consumers buy these products, they automatically get charged a refundable deposit. When they bring the empties back, they put them into kiosks where they get their deposit back. Then the empties are returned to a wash depot where they get washed, sanitized, and retested to make sure they're still child safe. And then the final step in the loop is to ship the refurbished containers back to the manufacturers for refill. The retesting step of the containers is a big deal because after thousands of reuses, the child safe cap might wear out. And so we filed a patent on the equipment to do this, which we hope to license to other companies wanting to get into the business. So to execute this expansion of our business, we are raising $1 million in seed funding on the Ignite platform, and the minimum investment is only $100. The funds will be used to develop, number one, next-gen low-cost reusable containers, number two, automatic wash equipment, and number three, the return kiosks. Here's our current team. It's very diverse. We have some high-profile people with great credentials, and we're looking to add more. So that's what we're trying to do.